In this video, we will learn the concepts of base table and extended table, which are essential to understand how GeneXus organizes data and facilitates access to the related information. To understand them better, let's use the diagram object, which is used to visualize the tables in a diagram that shows, in addition to their composition, how they are related to each other. Let's create the diagram with the name offered by default. Let's go to the toolbox. And clicking inside the diagram, we see that these possibilities appear. We drag the table control to the diagram and select all the created tables. Now we right-click and select Arrange Nodes, making the tables to be distributed in the diagram. We can arrange them better and even expand them to see how each of them is composed. Here we see then the structure and relationships of all the tables in our model. A base table is any table in the database in which we are positioned at a given time. For example, to display its data, modify it or delete it. It could be any of them, depending on what we are doing. The extended table is a concept that GeneXus uses to simplify the task of knowing which tables we have access to when we are positioned on a certain base table. It includes all the attributes of the base table, plus the attributes of the tables related through foreign keys. Let's see this with an example. The attraction transaction has the attraction table as its base table or associated physical table. As we saw earlier, since category ID is a foreign key attribute in the attraction transaction, we can reference the category name attribute to display its value in the transaction form at runtime. Category name does not belong to the base table associated with the attraction transaction. It belongs to the category table, since it is a secondary attribute in the category transaction. However, we can still retrieve its value from the attraction transaction because it is part of its extended table. That is, when positioned on the attraction table, we can know and work with the values of any fields in the category table. In general, always starting from a foreign key such as category ID, country ID and city ID in attraction. We can retrieve the values of their secondary attributes from the tables where they are located. And if those tables, in turn, have one or more foreign keys, the chain continues and their related data can also be retrieved. Therefore, for a given base table at a certain point in time, its extended table is the set of all attributes of the base table itself, plus all the attributes of the tables with which it has a many-to-one relationship, either directly or indirectly. Using this diagram, we have another very simple way of determining the extended table of a certain base table just by looking at the arrows that represent the relationships between tables. If we take attraction as the base table, its extended table includes the attraction table itself, and if we follow the double-headed arrow, we see that it leads to category, so this one is also included. To this other side there is a double-headed arrow indicating that country city is also included in the extended table, and from country city there is another double-headed arrow, so the country table also belongs to the extended table of the attraction base table. So by looking at a table diagram, to obtain the extended table of a certain base table, we can start from it and follow the arrows that have a double head starting from the base table and a single head at the other end. And the table we reach will also be part of its extended table. In short, we will be navigating in the direction of n-to-1 relationships. If we take country city as the base table in which we are positioned at a given moment, its extended table includes itself, the country table, and no other. If we take the country-based table, we see that its extended table includes only itself, since there is no double-headed arrow we can follow, which means it has no foreign key that allows access to another table. The same applies to the customer-based table, whose extended table is just itself, because it contains no foreign key.